This is a replacement for a bushing on a 2005 Suzuki King-Quad. I originally thought it was the wheel bearing, but as you'll see, the upper control arm there is moving, and now you can see it better. It's not the wheel bearing. I used a 12mm ratchet and a 14mm socket. This to get the upper bushing part of that arm off. Took a little bit of elbow grease to break the nut free, but then it was pretty easy. It was harder to get the bolt out. I probably should have reassembled it with the bolt coming in from the right side, but I ended up putting it back together the same way. It's a little hard to get past that one part. The bottom part was a piece of cake. Broke free easily and easy disassemble. There's the upper bushing there. I took the plates off, and then inside of the plastic bushings, once I get this little rod out, or dowel, there's a plastic bushing on each side. It goes in about 1 inch. Once I get that piece out, you'll see in here it looks a little bit oval because they're worn out and they're not circular anymore, and that's where the play was, and that's why it was loose. So we got to remove those bushings in the vise. We put in the vise. I used a little PB blaster to kind of loosen it up. I tried banging these out, which you'll see in a little bit how easy they come out, but they did not come out that easy. And I in fact had to break the ends of them with a chisel. I used some safety glasses and I broke the ends first because it didn't work before. And so I just chiseled the ends off, broke the plastic parts, and then it was easier to bang the rest of the bushing out. So once I started breaking the plastic off, really wasn't too bad. It's about 1/8 inch thick of an edge, and then I took a wooden drill bit and had a nice point on it so I could angle it and then pound down the edge. But it took a lot more pounding than that. You're just seeing the easy part at the end. So I really had to pound it pretty good. It was stuck on there, but they did come out. So that was both sides. I bought my bushing bearing kit on eBay. Everything fit perfectly except the dowel, which I didn't have to use, so I reused the one I had. You'll see the other one's quite a bit longer, but for me it didn't matter. I really just needed the new bushings, not the middle part there. But I did take a little sandpaper, clean it up just a little bit, nothing crazy, but just to clean it so everything fit a little nicer when I put it in. And once I did that, I did take the rod I didn't use, came with a little bit of grease on it, so I used that to kind of grease up the bushing. That's the new bushing going in now. Really fit nicely. A rubber mallet, pounded it right in. Same thing with the other side. I probably should have used a little bit for the middle dowel part to go in, but I think I forgot when I put it together, but it seemed to be fine. Good solid fit. See the difference in length? They're not even close, so I don't know why. Just make sure you get the right parts for yours. And that went right in. Took the washer, put it in each end clip. They fit in no problem. Just kind of lightly pressed them in. And it slid right in. This is where I should have put the bolt in from the other side probably, but I just put it back the way it was assembled. By my left hand you'll see it's a little tight there, so I took a rubber mallet to just bang it in enough to get it through. And once I got the bolts in, I didn't bore you with all the tightening, but you just tighten them up. Do not know the torque specs. I just kind of did what seemed to feel tight enough. So you'll want to look up the torque specs if you want. We'll tighten that stuff up, and that's pretty much it. Put the tire back on, and you'll see once I tighten those up, you'll see now this rear arm with the new bushings has no play in it when I check it. Nice and solid. No wiggle. There we go. Hope that helps.